Hello everyone, and welcome to the video lecture series of learning Python programming, and the subject code is KNC 302, and we are into the second video lecture. So in my previous video lecture we have started off with the concept of Python programming, and how Python is has evolved out like the one of the most topmost language in in our developers community. Then apart from that, we have seen what is the history of Python programming. We have seen what are the advantages, disadvantages, and we have tried to analyze a basic example that I have taken to make you understand the difference between a Java code and a simple Python code. Okay, why I'm adding simple? Because this particular simple word helps a programmer to do the particular program in a very easy way. Okay, because Python programming, again in the second video also I'm letting you know that in Python programming we are having a lot of modules with the help of which you can shorten up the entire code into like if I say 3000 lines of codes we are having, we can shorten up into like 25-30 lines of codes. So that becomes easy for a developer to sum up an entire huge code into like a short interval of time. So that's why Python has been like one of the most lovable language right now. So let us discuss in the second video lecture, let us discuss about the you can say the basics of Python programming, the basic understanding of Python programming, some of the basic terminologies of Python programming, what are its data types, okay, what are the different types of operators being used, okay, then what are the different types of data structures being used in order to accumulate the Python program. Okay, so let's check it out, what are the topics that we are going to discuss in this particular video. So if you can check it out in the particular slide, here we will be starting off with the data types. First we will look into the standard data types, and then we will look into the basic Python data types. Okay, so in the standard data types, like before going into the standard data types, we must be well aware, or we should be well aware of the term data types. Okay, so because like suppose I have okay, now suppose I have given that I want to include say suppose a variable a. Okay, a variable a I have included, and this variable a I have given as a, right? But the computer will not understand, because computer will go with the particular like value which the user is giving. So this a can be what? Can be a integer. Okay, okay, can be a complex number, because this is what? This is a variable. This is a variable. Variable can store any value, any values. So that means we or we can also say that this can be a float. Float means the decimal point number system. Okay, so that means this particular variable, in order to make the computer understand that what this variable is all about, we need to specify that particular variable's data type. Okay, that means if we can specify a particular data of data's type, that means whether it is an integer, whether it is a number, whether it is a complex, whether it is a floating point number. For that we need data types. Okay, but the most important, the most lovable thing of this particular language is that you no need to declare a data type in front of any variable. Okay, why? Because these are all predefined, and if you compare with any other languages, we need to predefine that particular data type, what you are assigning to a variable. Okay, so this is a little bit introduction of what I thought of like sharing with you all. Okay, now if we need to understand what are the different types of data types, standard data types we are having, okay, we need to understand this particular topic. Okay, these 5 important standard data types. Okay, the 5 important standard data types are numbers, string, list, tuple, dictionary. Okay, now you might be thinking that what are these terms, list, tuple, dictionary. Okay, we will try to discuss every point in a brief way. list we will try to discuss, tuple we will try to discuss, dictionary we will try to discuss, string we will try to discuss, and numbers is like somewhat an easy option, because if you have studied other languages also, then you could have got an integer data type, you might have got a complex a floating point data type, okay, double integer, double float. So these things you might have got it. So numbers will be a little bit of easy for you if you have already done data types in other languages. But don't worry, we will be discussing about these particular points also. Okay, so apart from this, these are the standard data types that I have already mentioned. Strings actually collect it's a collection of characters. Okay, it's a collection of characters which is being represented either a single or a double inverted comma. Clear? Then list, we will now here in particularly in Python programming, we are not having any concept of array. I think you might have known about array, right? So array consists of a list of items, okay, which is sequence of items which are stored in one by one in certain index position like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now this particular concept, this particular data structure is not being used in Python programming. Rather, the same concept has been used with list. Okay. Then after that, tuple is also a similar type of data structure which is related to list only, but a small difference is there. Only a small difference is there. A concept of immutable. So we will discuss once we will go into that particular topic. And dictionary is actually, it's a combination of key value pair. There will be a particular key. Say suppose I have given this Ram, and we are trying to find out the age of all the characters, okay, all the you can say persons, okay. So suppose Ram is a person who is having age, sorry, who is having age, say suppose 43. So that means this will become the key, okay, and this will become the value. So that means for Ram key, for the key Ram, we are having a value as 43. Okay. So this is how we are going to assign, or we are going to use these kind of data types, or you can say data structure, to understand, to make the computer understand what variable it is, what data it is, what type of data it is storing in that particular variable. Okay. So I think here some example is given. For example, a person's age is stored as a numeric value and his or her address is stored as alphanumeric characters. Python has various standard data types that are used to define the operations possible on them, and then the storage method for each of them. So the same thing that I have told you, that a person age is stored as a numeric value. So that means the computer, the interpreter must be able to understand that that particular person age is a numeric value. For that, we need a type of that particular data. So that's why for that we need these standard data types. Okay, and same way, his or her address is stored as alphanumeric characters. That means the address should be also categorized with the help of what? Alphanumeric characters. So that means we need a particular type of every data. This is all about standard data types. Now we will look into the Python data types, like what primary data types we are using it and how to assign it. Okay, now if we look into the Python data types, we have categorized into this. Okay, numeric types. In numeric types, we will be having int, I have already told you, int, float, floating point number, and complex. So complex, int, and float, these three will be categorized into whom? Into numeric types. Clear? Next, sequence types, like if you are putting the elements in a sequence way. So definitely we will come across with list as like an array. I have told you tuple and range. So we will try to find out this range data type also. Okay, when we will be using the loop also, loop concept. Okay. So the next mapping type, if you have to map, as I have told you that Ram is having an age of 43. So we need to map that Ram character with that particular value of that character, that is a 43. So for that we need a mapping type, and that is your dictionary, dict. Okay, short form is dict. Next is set types. Set types means if you have to assign certain variables like certain values like 10, 20, 30. Okay, just like a set. Set is a collection of objects. So here set is a collection of variables, set is a collection of numeric types, set is a collection of strings. Okay, it can be anything. So we will try to define this set in a proper way when we will be looking into these data structures. Okay, actually set is being represented with this curly braces only, so no issue about that. And frozen set is also one thing that we will be discussing once we will be going into this particular topic. If we have to define a particular variable in a Boolean form, then also we can have bool. Boolean means true or false, T or F. Here actually it is true and false. Okay. So if we have to represent in true or false, then we can use the data type as Boolean. Okay, bool. Then next, binary types. We can use the particular variables to be assigned in the form of binary format, in the form of bytes, in the form of byte array, in the form of memory view. So these are the three things that we can use it. So basically we have tried to define those standard data types, and we have tried to segregate those standard data types into this particular characteristics. Okay. So we will try to check it out when we will be coming up with the programs one by one. Okay. And then we can then you will be able to understand how these data types will be assigned, or how these data types will not be required to be assigned. Okay, so we will check it out that one. So now let us go to the next topic. Okay, getting the data type. Okay, now this is what I was thinking. Now we will be not going into this program. Suppose I want to add two numbers. Okay, then what I will do, I will not write like this. I will not write like this, int a, int b. No, we are not going to write like this. The Python interpreter no needs to precisely mention the data type of it. So if I am assigning like this, a is equals to 5, so that means this will automatically take what? It will take integer, sorry. Clear? Numeric data types. Okay, if I take suppose b is equals to 6, then it will take what? It will also take the integer. If I say c is equals to 5.5 suppose 8, then it will take what? Float. So this is how we need to assign a particular value to a variable without declaring its data type. Automatically the interpreter will extract its data types. Okay. Now here also it is given print the data type of a variable x. So x is equals to 5, print. Okay. After doing this, you can also check what type of data it is. If you are not well aware with the data types, just give use of this particular method known as type. Okay. Then it will give you that it is a int. It is a int data type. Okay. So this is how class int data type. So like this, we will be defining that particular things later on, but you can use this type method in order to find out what type of data it is. Okay. Now let us go with the next slide, and we will be trying to set few of the data types, and we will try to understand each and everything. Except we will be doing this particular frozen set. We will be taking an example in the next video. Then yeah, only the frozen set we will be taking in the next video, because I have extracted a particular set of program which will help you out to understand the frozen set. So that time we will be working out, and that time we will be showing it to you. Okay. Now come to the setting of these data types. How do you set the data types? Okay. See, if it is a str, now suppose I'm typing like this. Okay, type of suppose x. Okay, I'm just trying to find out type of suppose x. Okay, now this will give you what? This will give you what type of data type? Already I have told you. So that means if x is equals to hello world, double semicolon, that means you will be knowing that this is what? This is your string. So it will give you the correct data type as string. Okay. If x equals to 20, then integer. 20.5 float. 1j means what? Complex number is represented in the form of a plus b I, or sorry, a plus bi or a plus bj, anything. Okay, in the form of a complex number, real number and complex number. Okay. In order to find out the complex number, if you represent like this, then it will give you the data type as complex. List is represented with the help of angular brackets, second bracket, okay, in the form of like whatever data types you want to take it inside the list, it is acceptable. Same goes with tuple, but in tuple you are not going to immute, means there immutability process will not be there, okay. You cannot update the data type. Once you have already assigned a particular data inside that particular dictionary, inside a particular list or tuple, then you are not going to eliminate that. That's it. I'm just trying to say you that suppose you have assigned this one, x is equals to apple, banana and cherry, okay, and the same thing you have represented in tuple also. Tuple is represented with this one, okay, brackets. So you are not going in case of tuple, you are not it is not possible to immute this value. It is not possible to update those values, okay. The values will remain as it is. But in case of x that you have taken as a list of items, you can update those values. So that's why generally programmers prefer list over tuple, okay. We will discuss those things in a proper way, okay. This is just an example. Range, okay, sorry, range is nothing but, if you are taking, suppose range generally starts from 0 till whatever you are taking. Suppose this is range 6, so it will come as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, okay, till 6 it will come, okay. So this is how you can take the range. Then dictionary, as I have already told you, a key value. So in order to separate key and value, we use a colon. Clear? Next comes your set. I have already mentioned to you, set is a collection of similar type of elements, okay, similar type of elements, keep in mind, okay. We will discuss properly once we will be starting off with our dictionary, sorry, we'll start off with list, then tuple, then set, then dictionary. We will discuss all different types of inbuilt methods that we can use in order to implement these data structures properly, okay. Thereafter comes the frozen set. I have already told you, this will be discussing with an example. Then if you want to go for a boolean, then you can use x is equals to true. This will determine that it is a true. It will set as a true, that means 1, false means 0, okay. So it's like next, if you have to write down the binary bytes, or if you want to write down the, or you want to extract the bytes of a particular string, you can use b in front of a string, okay, like this. So these are the different things that different types of data types that you can use, and how to assign, that I have already told you. And if you select type of this particular x, then you will get these data types, okay. So let's go with the next slide. In the next slide, we are done with the data types. Now we will be discussing about the operators, and after doing these data types, operators, we will be discussing the data structure. What are the different data structures or other data types that we are having, that is tuples, list, string, okay. Then we are having dictionary, set. So these are the things we will be discussing properly, okay. Now let us go with the in today's video. We will also sum up with these operators, and we will try to cover up both data types and operators in this video, okay. So what are the different types of operators involved in Python programming? So first of all, we will be coming up with arithmetic operator. Then we will be discussing about comparison operator, relational operators also we say. Then assignment operator, logical operator, bitwise, membership and identity. So these are the 7 different types of categories of operators. So we will try to check it out one by one, okay. Okay, first one is your arithmetic operator. I think this is very easy one for you to understand. Why? Maximum things you know, only 2 things I need to explain to you that we will be discussing. But let us take an example and I will show you how to write down the code for it. Okay, suppose I want to do add of 2 numbers. So I will write a is equals to suppose 15, okay, and I will taking b is equals to suppose 20. Clear? Then I am taking a c. So c I will take as a plus b similarly, okay. C is equals to a plus b. This is very as simple as that, nothing to do. just like you are doing a mathematics problem, that's it. Now you need to print it, you want to print C, so you just print it, print, the result is C, that's it. So this is how you are going to print it. Okay, either this is one way of assigning this particular data type to this particular variable, or else you can also do like this. Okay, now let us check the another way of taking a particular value from a user. Okay, for that you need a particular keyboard that is known as your input. Okay, input. So you need to take this particular keyboard, and with the help of this input keyboard you can take the value from a user. How? The same one that I have taken, a is equals to 15 I have taken, that I will be taking from the user. So I will write like this, a is equals to input, and here I can write down that enter the first number. Okay, and the user will, this particular thing will be printed in the screen and the user can type it. Now the main concept comes here is that what type of input you want, what type of data type you want. This a will store what? An integer data type. So what I will do, I will give one bracket over here, one more bracket, and here I will mention the data type int. So this will give an idea that the user will give a value which will be an integer data type. It will take the integer data type. So like this you can take it from user also. So these are the different arithmetic operators. Addition, nothing to say. Okay, a is equals to c is equals to a plus b, or a plus b equals to 31. Like this also you can write it down. Subtraction you know, multiplication you know, division you know, modulus, exponent, and floor division. These are the three operators that you should know it. Modulus operator, I think you can pause the video and you can think of it. Modulus operator gives what? Returns remainder. Okay, suppose I am doing 5 divided by 2. Okay, so 2 2s are 4 minus 1. So modulus will give this result. Okay, floor division will give what? Floor division, suppose I am giving as 5 divided by 2. So result will be what? 2.5. So it will give you the floor value of it. That means it will give you mainly the quotient only. Okay, so it will result what? 2 only. Got it? So this is how floor division works. Floor division says what? The division of operands where the result is the quotient. Again I am telling you, the result is the quotient. So which I have already mentioned to you, in which the digits after the decimal pointer removed. Okay, digits after the decimal pointer removed. And last, exponent. Exponent, I think it is very clear to you all. Suppose 2 to the power 3 I need to write it down. How can I write it down? 2 exponent means double asterisk 3. The same thing, 2 to the power 3 means like you in program you need to write like this. Got it? So this is being done. Now next concept we will be doing is comparison operator. So in comparison operator, I think you know all the things, but what result it will produce, that is being required. Results it will produce as true, true, false, true, false, like this. Okay, so what are the different types of operators we are having? One is your known as your equal operator, equal operators. Okay, then not equal. Okay, now first let us understand equal, rest you will understand on your own. Okay, equal means what? If the values of both the operands are equal, then only the condition will true. If the values of both the operands are not equal, it will be giving as false. Same goes not equal, a not equals b. I need to check that if suppose a is equals to 5 and b is equals to suppose 5, and I am writing a not equals to b, and this I am trying to print it. This I am trying to print it. Okay, this I am trying to print it. So result will be what? False. Why? A is equals to b. Both the values, both the operands are having the same value. So if I writing a not equals to b, definitely it will result will what? False only. Then greater than, if you want to check it, this you can use while taking any kind of conditional statements, while taking any kind of if statement, else statements, that time you can use it. Less than, greater than, equals to, less than, equals to. So these are the different types of comparison operators. I think these are very clear to you all. It's a very basic things. Okay, how to represent, you can look into this particular column. Okay, so this is all about the comparison operators. Let us go into the next one. Next one is your assignment operator. Okay, assignment operator is somewhat like similar to your what you did in like comparison operator only, but here what you will be doing, assignment means equal. How do you assign a particular value to a variable to a value, whatever you want to say. So equal sign, that means you already know, Hannah. Plus equal, that means add and. This is the main like you can say abbreviation of it, add and. Okay, so what it does, it adds right operand to the left operand and assign the result to the left operand. Suppose I am writing down like this, C plus is equals to A. So I am writing like this. Okay, this means what? C is equals to C plus A. So that's what it is trying to say, that it adds right operand. It adds right operand to the left operand and assign the result to the left operand. Right operand added to left operand and assign the result to whom? To left operand only. The same goes with subtract and, multiply and, divide and, modulus and, exponent and, floor division and. Just you need to understand only one thing, memorize this. Other all arithmetic operators it will take with along with it. Clear? So this is all about your Python assignment operators. Okay, now let us go with the next one. Next one says as bitwise operator. In this bitwise operator, we need to understand one important operator also, and that operator I will be taking an example in the next video, where we will discuss first of all few of the examples related to operators and data types. Okay, which one you need to understand nicely? Shift operator. See, in our arithmetic and logical unit, we are having three different types of circuits. One is your arithmetic circuit, one is your logical circuit, another one is your what? Shift circuit. So every time in every programming languages, the operators you will come across with arithmetic first, then logical first, the second, and also you cannot skip this particular part, shift, because everywhere computer understands what? Binary values, zeros and ones. So there will be some kind of shifting things also. Okay, so these two things we will be learning properly with an example later on. So let us check it out, the other variable, other operators, bitwise operators. Okay, first one is your and truth table. What I think, if you have learned digital electronics, and or XOR, these will be easy for you. Okay, in case of and, what it happens, if both the operands are same, then only the output will be same. Okay, that means what? It the operator copies a bit to the result if it exists in both the operands. Okay, suppose I am giving as A is equals to 60, B is equals to 13. If I am writing in this particular pattern, okay, A and B, suppose A and B, I need to check it out. Okay, A is this one, B is this one. So I need to check it out that A and B, what is the result? It will result what? It will give you the result if particular that value, suppose it is 0, that 0 must be existing in both the left and right operand, means A and B. Okay, so say check it out, 0 0 0 same, 0 0 same aayega, 1 0. Now look into this particular concept, 1 0, so both are different, so that means result will show it what? 0. So 1 0 again 0, correct, 1 1, both the operands are correct, so definitely the result will show the same operand. 1 1 1, both the operands are existing, that means it will show the same result, 1. Next 0 0, both the operands are having the same bits, so it is storing as 0. 0 1, if it stays 0 1, so 0 1 means what? Both the operands are different, both the bits are different, so it will store as what? 0. So this is how you need to find out A and B. Okay, A binary and B. Now next, A binary or B, what it shows, if it copies a B if it exists in either operand. So that means if in the case of this one 0 or 1, it will always result as 1 only, because either operand may, if it exists, suppose A is having 0, B is having 1, then result will store as what? 1 only. Okay, or operator. Okay, just like if you have studied in digital electronics, then XOR, if it set in one operand but not in both. Okay, XOR is represented by this particular symbol, OR is represented by this, and AND is represented by this. Okay, Now if you have to find out, now what is the fourth one, last one, that is your binary ones complement. Ones complement, I think you know. Suppose I say 0 0 0 1. If I have to take its ones complement, I just need to reverse it to the other bit, that is 1 1 1 0. Clear? So this is how you need to take ones complement, binary ones complement. Okay. Now this is all about your bitwise operators. We will take examples and we will do it. So now I am doing a little bit of fast so that we can understand the terms, or we can understand what are the different types of operators actually present. Okay. Now let us check it out, the last few more things we are having. Okay. Logical operator. Yeah, we need to find out next bitwise operator. Bitwise will work what? Bitwise means bitwise. Okay, bit by bit. Okay. In logical, we will be assuming as a whole, and we will try to find out declare the result in the form of true or false. Okay. So what it shows, and logical. Sorry. First one is your and logical, or logical, not logical. Okay. If both the operands are true, then the condition becomes true. Okay. So if both the operands are true, that means if A is 1, B is 1, then only result will be what? 1. If suppose A is 1, B is 0, or A is 0, B is 1, it will result as 1 when? Only in the case of logical OR. If any of the two operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. Got it? If any of the two operands they are non-zero. Okay, non-zero means what? 1 only, then the condition becomes true. Finally, not logical, used to reverse the logical state of its operand. That means if A is this one, A is 0, then definitely the logical and not will give you 1. Okay. How to write down? We have to write it down like this: A and B, A or B, A and, not A and B, or not A or B, whatever you want to find out. Because why? Suppose here I have got A and B, its result is true, suppose. Okay, and I am trying to find out not A and B. Definitely what will be the result? It will be false only, just the reverse of it. That's it. See here under A and B it was showing false, not A and B it is showing true. That's it. So this is all about your logical operator. Now we are left out with two last important operators. One is your membership operator, another one is your identity operator. Okay, now let us check it out, what is membership operator, and then we will sum up with the last operator, that is your identity operator. Okay, membership operator, I think the term itself it is telling you what is the actual meaning. Membership, that I need to check whether that particular variable or value is present in that particular whatever data structure it is. Okay, if it is present, then it will return what? True. If it is not present, it will return what? False. So this is a very simple way of understanding. Python's membership operator tests for a membership in a sequence that I have already told you, data structure, maybe list, maybe tuple, such as string, list, or tuples, as I have already told you. And then if that particular membership operator exists, if that particular membership exists, then it will result as true, otherwise it will result as false. So there are two operators, one is your in, another one is your not in. So I need to check it out, that x in y. Then if suppose x in y, I need to check it out like this. See, two conditions, a program has been given, a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20. In the list I have given 1 2 3 4 5. If a in list, then print this one, if else print this one. Okay, actually there should be a space over here, okay, that is not been mentioned. So this is the code is not correct, the code is not in the proper format. There should be a space after if. So this we will be learning while we will be discussing about conditional statements and all. Okay, now suppose I need to check it out, that a is equals to 20, a equals to 10, and I am having a list, suppose L list. Okay, and in this list I am taking some assigning some values as suppose 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and I am just trying to print that a in list. This I am printing. So definitely it will result as what? False. Why? A is equals to 10, 10 is not in the list, so it is resulting as false. Not in, you just need to write down here as not, then you will be getting as true. That's it. So this is how you can check it out whether a particular value is present in that particular sequence or not. Okay. Now let us go with the last one, and that is your Python identity operators. Okay, now you need to check out the identity wise. Okay, like it compares the memory locations. In this particular operator, it compares the memory locations. Okay, I think I mentioned over here, identity operators compare the memory locations of two objects. Okay, and there are two identity operators I will explain below. Okay, fine. So I have already told you that it compare the memory locations of two objects. Okay, now let us take what are the operators first, and then we will take an example and I will explain to you. The operators are is not. Okay, it's like Ram is Hari, Ram is not Hari. That's it, the same concept. Okay, so is evaluates to true if the variables on either side of the operator point to the same object, and false otherwise. So x is y, here is results in 1 if id of x equals to id of y. So same concept like equal operator. It is somewhat similar to equal operator, equal operator, sorry. Okay. Now let us take an example, a equals to 20, b equals to 20. Now I am trying to find out print line 1. Okay, this is also one way of writing. Okay, line 1, this will be printed in the screen. Okay, comma, a is equals to, this is a variable that is taking, this is the thing that will be printed in the screen. Always remember, this is also, you can write it down like this, line 1 comma, that means it will give a space, then a is equals to a is the variable, then id of a is what, 20, then equals to id of b. Yes, if id of a I have taken as this one, suppose id of b is this one, both are coming same, so result will be giving as you what, true. Got it? Otherwise it will give you as false. So this is how you can compare the memory locations of two operators also, two objects also, and that we can do with the help of identity operators. So hope it is clear to everyone that we have tried to summarize all the different types of operators in this video, all the different types of data types in this video. In the next video, we will come across with few examples, 2 or 3 examples programs, and we will try to write down those examples, and we'll try to find out how to use those data types, how to use the operators, and specifically the operators that I have told you that we'll be discussing in the next video. So thank you for watching the video. We'll come across with few more unique and beautiful programs in the next videos. Thank you.